Chicago Fed President Charles Evans has told CNBC he's looking at 2 rate hikes for 2016. Let's listen in to what he had to say about the influences for the decision.
Well, I think the data have come in pretty well so far during the cycle. I think the Beige Book showed modest improvements, and that's one piece of information. I'd say that the labor market report is a very important one, and we'll get another take on that on Friday. I think most recent employment reports have been really quite good. In April, payroll employment's increased 160,000. That's a little bit light compared to last 2 years. We've averaged over 200,000 per month. So really good performance with the unemployment rate at 5%. I think that's good. Consumer spending has been supported by that labor market improvement. So pretty good evidence so far. I think business fixed investment has been a little bit weak, though. That's unfortunate, but I'm looking for GDP growth to be in the range of 2 to 2.5% the rest of the year.
Yeah, some of the ISM data did indicate it was patchy in terms of that investment story. How significant or otherwise do you think that will be in terms of being weighed in the minds of Fed governors?
Well, it gets some weight. I think the manufacturing side has been weaker recently because of the strong dollar for quite some time, actually. And so when I talk to business executives and manufacturing entities, they're struggling with the change in competitiveness and also the fall off in the demand for energy products, things like that. But on the other hand, auto sales have been quite strong. So it's a little bit mixed. It's still slightly expansionary, but manufacturing's been a weaker side of it.
The message that the market currently is running with is the hawks are in the upper hand at the moment. We are pricing in now at least 1, possibly 2 summer rate hikes. Do you think that's a fair assessment as far as the market is concerned?
Well, I think the data have continued to improve, and it's looking that it's likely in line with most of our economic projections. And so the summary of economic projections that all of the participants have turned in indicated, as recently at our March meeting, that 10 participants were expecting this year 2 rate increases or fewer, 9 for 2, and 7 were expecting 3 or 4. Data have been a little bit stronger. I can't say I know how the dots will change going into our June meeting, but I think it's been reasonably favorable in that regard. 2 rate hikes in 2016, that's my own call for that, if the data continue to be in line with my outlook. That's a slow and gradual increase this year. Timing's not really that important. You mentioned possibly 2 summer hikes. That would be a little bit more than I'd say is priced into the dots, certainly, and the market expectations. Timing's not really that critical from my viewpoint. As long as by the end of this year we're at just a little under 1%, I think that's given us enough time to sort of assess how the U.S. economy's gone, the global influences, and whether or not inflation is more likely to pick up in a confident fashion towards 2%. That would position us well for the next year.